Greetings, fellow conquerors. Welcome back to EU4's The Ottomans, and this is darkfireslide. And, this is episode 3 of our no DLC run, and, we're in a bit of an interesting situation, because we've just taken over a bunch of stuff, and we're poised to take over more, and isn't that exciting? We actually have a military coalition forming. Currently, the only one in it is Koyunlu, which is... looks like Wallachia is in it. Alright. I guess as time passes, we'll see if anyone else joins this admittedly pretty tiny coalition at the moment. Dolkadir has entered in. Achaean separatists have risen up. They're in the highlands, but I guess I'm not particularly worried. We have tons of manpower, tons of money, so really shouldn't be an issue. We're gonna build a couple more temples. Go ahead and get that knocked out, and let's go and get some trade power as well. It's the name of the game. Europa Trading 4. Trading in Europe. The game. Alright, so the Mamluks joining the coalition is where things get a little bit scary. But even so, with all these like tiny nations, again, you know, we're allied with a pretty decent power in Kora Koyunlu. I mean, even if they declare, we're probably going to profit from the war, not actually lose anything, so really not particularly worried there. Now we come to our first idea group, and it's an interesting one because I want humanists to take advantage of a lot of the bonuses that we get from having religious unity and national unrest. The problem is that at the moment, the only thing we have to put towards our military at the moment for military points is going to be, you know, our military tech. And we've got a military 2 advisor. We've got the mighty Florywari on our side here. And so I think what we're going to do is we're actually going to take offensive ideas first. I don't normally recommend taking this group first, but the fact of the matter is our military is terrifying even at this stage in the game, so early on. And having extra siege speed once we get to it is fantastic, because our unit pips are already ridiculous, so we're going to win pretty much every war that we're in for the most part. And yeah, so let's go ahead and pick that up. We'll start working towards that. We're still 7 years ahead of time on our military tech, so we can just go ahead and start picking up some good ideas here. Now let's see, the other separatists that are going to rise up are the Byzantine separatists in Athens and the Mauryan separatists in, let's see, which province would that? Probably in Anabolu, right? Yeah, I thought about as much. I'm going to go ahead and relax in the mountains for a bit. A nice mountain vacation for our troops in a nice 24 supply limit mountain province. That's a lot for this stage for a mountain province. Alright, we finished a core, which is good because we have a lot of them. Let's go ahead and finish up here. Hungary's building a spy network. No real surprises there. I mean, you know, it's interesting having this coalition just because, you know, they're not really going to be able to do anything. We will go ahead and improve relations because we want to be able to break out of this coalition sooner rather than later. Because it will be a pain to have to attack one of these people and thus have to deal with like the rest of them. So, alright, so we can get infantry combat ability for the next 20 years. Infantry and galley, or just galley combat ability. Obviously, we're going to go with the 10% infantry combat ability, because that is terrifying at this stage of the game. It looks like we could adopt the provincial government system. It gives us +1 national unrest, but +1 tax modifier. Well, we're loaded in terms of money, so I don't actually think we need that. Especially when we don't have humanist ideas yet. That's definitely going to be our second group, though. Alright, Byzantine separatists have risen up in Athens. In a move that surprises no one. Let's go ahead and start moving there. And, smashed. Oh look, it's the Mauryan separatists. just don't get why everyone's so upset. It's almost like we just invaded like 30 provinces and they all think they can break free or something. Serbia has joined the coalition. Frightening news, really. I don't know about you guys, I am shaking in my boots. Alright, our opportunities for great provinces to build buildings in is kind of drying up. So what I think we're going to start spending our money on instead is more troops. We're going to get an additional cavalry unit for this army. Let's see, we're at, what, 18? We're at 18 and 18. Let's see, so that'll put us up to 37, so we have 6 more troops. I'll just build 3 more infantry for each. We don't really need more than 4 cavalry at this point in the game. Not really much point in doing that. Oh, hold on. So, alright. Hold on guys, we gotta do some pro strats here. So, I was informed by one of my viewers that apparently I was making a massive mistake by not embargoing my rivals. Alright. So, First we have to stop fabricating claims on Venice. Apparently I shouldn't fabricate claims on people either, because you get a bunch of free claims as the Ottomans. I don't necessarily agree with that, because sometimes you want to be able to declare war on someone before you get the mission done. So I don't necessarily agree with that, but let's go ahead and issue this embargo to our bitter rival. See how much power projection we get. Oh man, that's 3. It's 3 power projection. Killing it. Alright, who else? The Mamluks, let's go ahead and embargo them. Another 3. Alright. That's what I'm talking about. Oh no! Flory Warrior has died, he's perished. Truly depressing news. Well, we're gonna go ahead and pick up a new Morale of Armies advisor. Not quite as inspiring, unfortunately. He's only a skill 1. Rest in peace, Flory. You helped this campaign while you were alive. Alright guys. So, from our embargoes, we've gotten a whopping 7 power projection. That's almost as much as taking 1 province in a war. But now that I've satisfied the viewership, let's go ahead and get back into business here. Alright, we've lost our general in this first army here. Maybe it's the second army. Depends if you're going like sequentially from one side of the map to the other. Of course, he gets replaced by an even better one. Because of course. And we've built up to our force limit, so we can finish this mission, get plus 5% morale of armies, and 5% or minus 5% land maintenance. I think we're gonna go ahead and pick this up just because it's gonna help deter the problems that are happening. Let's see. This just gives us 3 base. 1 of each in Constantinople. So I think we'll go ahead and take that. It's in Thrace, the area gets plus 1 tax income. Is that just like, is that for each province? Because that's pretty awesome, if so. Local construction cost, but minus 10% is pretty awesome as well. Alright, for the next mission in this tree, we need to have at least 5 states. Oh, we need to grow by 5 states after picking up the mission. Okay. It's a little bit different. Alright. So where do we want to expand next? I mean, ideally we'd like to attack Karaman again. But we have a truce for until 1472. We can't really attack Akkoyunlu because they're in the coalition. And I mean, like, we could win that battle. You know, we could win that war. That's not exactly a problem at the moment. Venice wouldn't be a good target because they're allied to Aragon. And Trebizond, on the other hand. See, they have a... Oh, nice. They don't even have the normal crap you have to deal with when you come over to the Caucasus, where they have double coring cost. I'm going to go ahead and fabricate on Trebizond and see about taking some more land now that our cores are all finished. So what are my thoughts on the fact that we're not really using any DLC? Well, I have to admit that I thought I would be a lot more miserable, but You know, to be honest, some of my worst, like, small country runs with DLC have been a lot worse than this is going currently. And we weren't expecting this to be difficult, but let's see. So, Korako Lu is requesting that you come to their aid in the Korako Lu conquest of Miana against a lot of people. Oh, wait, no, it's not actually a lot of people. It's really easy. Yeah, don't worry, buddy. We got your back. Now, what I will say is that the nice thing is that since we don't have... oh, I forget the DLC that added more participation, to be completely honest with you, because I didn't get it. So we don't actually have to participate for our allies to like us, and isn't that nice? Isn't that nice that we don't have to do that? Good times. Now we are making a profit of 10 ducats a month, despite having a full force limit, which is pretty darn nice. Well, we just got another one because of autonomy dropping, but that's okay. I'm not really worried about it. We do have a lot of forts. I mean, like, a lot of forts in places that aren't necessarily great places to have forts. Like, this is in a grassland, so I think we're gonna go ahead. Although this is on a it's on an estuary, well, an entrepot, who even knows. But let's go ahead and, we're going to move that castle to a more defensible position, probably in the province next to it. See, I don't really like this one in, I don't really like this province either. We could have a mountain fort, and we don't, because the AI built it in very, very silly places. A grassland fort. Again, this is on an estuary, but why not just put it somewhere useful instead? This fort is on a mountain, but again, if we put it in like this province instead, then it would be covering a lot more ground. We'd be wasting a lot less fort. Same goes with this one here in Edirne. All right, so our income should go up pretty drastically. We've deleted 4 forts, which will allow us to build more better forts. Interesting. The Crimean pretenders will seek the support of the Ottomans. The Crimeans have decided that they are better off without us. Really? If you say so, Crimea. You think you're better off without me? They think they're better off without us. I personally think we're insulted. With the death, let's see, fate of the Crimean Khanate. With the death of Haji Jure, the young Crimean Khanate must for the first time find its feet without its dynamic founder. Nur Devlet Devlet has managed to secure the Crimean throne, but its position is very weak. Ambitious siblings have not given up on claiming Haji's legacy for themselves, and to the east and west, hungry neighbors are eyeing the Crimean lands greedily. One of the failing pretenders to the throne, Mengli Jure, has fled to Constantinople, and he is now seeking our support. Mengli offers the servitude of himself as well as direct ownership of a number of Black Sea ports if we are willing to help secure the Crimean throne. So we can get a subjugation casus belli. I don't know how long this lasts. Or we can make all of our nearby neighbors, like, make their opinions go up. Well, to be honest, getting that kind of casus belli for free is pretty nice. How long does it last, though? Where are you, Crimea? Am I just missing them in this list? Where are you, Crimea? Why aren't you in the list? Do we not get it because we're allied to them? That would be... I mean, that would make sense, at least. Did we at least get the claims? We didn't. I think because we're allied with them, it didn't actually let us do that. So that's interesting. If I'd known that going forward, I probably wouldn't have allied the Crimeans, because I would have just made them my vassal instead. Alright, the Austrians have embraced the Renaissance. I don't know who would do that willingly. I'm just kidding. Obviously, you want the Renaissance because your tech costs go up if you don't pick it up. It's just silly. Well, hey, the Akkoyonlu is friendly towards us, which is strange because they're still in a coalition against us. Yeah, I mean, I like the Ottomans. I'd still fight them in a coalition war. It's fine. Apparently, it's all fine. Don't worry about it. Excuse you, sir. You are in the wrong country. Get out of here. It's taking advantage of the fact that we deleted our forts. I mean, I assume we didn't actually like fight 1,000 troops. We just kind of took them prisoner. It'd be kind of brutal otherwise. Sir, there's 20,000 of them. There's how many? You heard me. 20,000. What's our aggressive expansion at anyway? It's still a 65. It's fine. To be honest with you, Crimea, I'm not getting a whole awful lot out of this alliance, but we will go ahead and sign another royal marriage. Alright, I guess we'll have to watch a little bit more closely from here on to make sure little stacks aren't running through our country. Now, having deleted so many forts, we're actually up to 15 ducats a month in profit, even while fully maintenanced, which is pretty nice. Alright. As our ally gets stronger, we get stronger. Okay, so we could get up to 3 stability, which is legendary. Like, that's actually ridiculous. Where are their Ottoman peasants? Is that just Constantinople? Yeah, it's just Constantinople. But now they're Ottoman peasants, apparently. Let's see, those are about to go away. The Karamanese separatists are threatening to rise up, and so are the Kandari ones, but I think I want the 25 points of each, because that's going to get us a little bit closer to our goals here. Although, to be honest, we can't really spend our points on anything yet, because our tech is so far ahead. Let's go ahead and get those points anyway. Even though it's technically less points overall than if we picked up stability. We could get up to +3, which is always great. And the Knights continue to make things up. They're going to be the ones, by the way. Like, they're going to be the downfall of our empire. It's going to be ridiculous. Watch out for the Knights. They're coming for you. Have you seen the Let's Plays? It's a pretty common occurrence, if those are anything to go by. You know, normally I'd feel bad about attacking a one province minor, but actually I don't feel bad about that at all, especially since their only ally has so much debt that they're just like, I mean, we're only allies in name, really. Let's go and blockade that port. Oh wow, 11 war score, how did that happen? Now detach for the siege. How many regiments are in here anyway? Oh, okay. We could probably move all the cavalry out. It always detaches with the regiment with the general like off, and ideally we'd like to have the general because he has a siege pip. There we go. Now we're sieging. Good job, QQ. You've actually grown a little bit. That's wonderful news. I wonder if an alliance with the Ottomans as QQ is as easy to get as it is the other way around, because, I mean, I never see them do well. They always just get crushed, I would say. That's the right word I'm looking for. Alright, the Karamanese are rising up. It's almost like we invaded their country or something. Now, I don't know about you, but that looked like rightful Ottoman land to me the whole time, so Sounds like a whole lot of hoopla. I believe this province has highlands, so let's go ahead and build a fort there in the province of Karaman itself. So as you can see, by building forts in these like more strategic locations, we've cut down drastically the amount of forts that we actually need to protect our country, which is kind of the whole idea. Now, I think we're actually going to save for Tech 6 rather than pick up the next idea. Although, if we get the next idea, we get core creation cost minus 20%. I think we do that. Alright. Unfortunately, the land leader fire at this stage in the game is not going to be very useful at all, which is unfortunate. Alright, we get 30 ducats out of it. Doesn't really matter. Karaman and the Mamluks continue to be upset against us, but kind of at the point of who cares at this moment. Go ahead and start coring that. It's just like, alright, I can't attack a certain way, I'll just go attack the other way. You know what, we're gonna do the full army for that stack just because they're in the Highlands. That's not good. Now the funny thing is, I'm fully aware, by the way, guys, that the way I'm currently playing is not optimal. Let me explain why I'm not doing that. It's because we're the Ottomans, and we have a ludicrous amount of manpower and money, and the only thing holding us back at the moment are basically diplomatic pleasantries, and the fact that if we go too hard, we're going to have a huge coalition against us of not just, you know, Egypt, the Mamluks, but like a ton of other people as well. Namely, scary European powers are the ones we're the most worried about. Okay, where is this province? Can I not find out what that province is because it uses an umlaut in the name? Are you serious? Oh, exact matches only was on. Here we go. You know, I don't really mind killing more rebels in one province, to be honest. I care more about the minor amount of money that I'm going to get from that than I do about the, Oh, hey! The Mamluks left the coalition. I'm sure they won't regret that at all, whatsoever, in the near future. Ooh, Austria tells us the Pragmatic Sanction. The Pragmatic Sanction, solemnly rendered by the Emperor Ladislaus Posthumus von Habsburg on the 10th of April 1464, established the indivisibility of his lands and established succession by order of firstborn child, even to a woman. No doubt, Ladislaus Posthumus von Habsburg also plans for his female heir in time to take his seat on the imperial throne. Females can become emperor. Which is fortunate because his heir is his daughter, Maria Theresia von Habsburg. Seems a little convenient there, buddy. It's the only way to save the Empire. Yeah, well, France isn't doing it. I think you're just making things up. It's 1464. It was a different time. Let's see. So we can move even more towards legalism, continue getting bonus tax and manpower modifier and technology cost bonuses, and 10 prestige. That's just nice. I like it. We have a lost trade dispute against, You left the coalition. You fool. We should, like, attack them, like, the day of. Just to remind them that they've made a mistake. Now, they are allied with Karakoyunlu, I think. Oh, their independence is guaranteed by Karakoyunlu. Okay. That does present a problem. Do they have any other allies that we could maybe do a proxy war with? Anisa, which is this guy down here, or Isin Kaifa, who I believe just fought Karakoyunlu itself. Interesting. Okay. Wallachia has left the military coalition. Well, that's good. You know, Wallachian land is actually really good. It's got like really high development. How's our aggressive expansion looking with Europe? They're down to like 5 already. To be honest, I think that that's going to be our next bet, like best bet. Because Wallachia doesn't even have any allies, so I'll send this first army up. I mean, after all, we need to spend all these administrative points on something. Since, you know, we can't develop our provinces at all. I think we want Oltania. I think we want that as our war goal here. You see, we don't pose a threat as we start to invade tons of provinces. Alright, so as you might have expected from our 5-shock general, we completely annihilated their army. There is nothing left of the Wallachian army. It is gone. But I mean, really, take this as a walkthrough if this is your first time playing EU4 and people told you to play the Ottomans because it was easy. This is why. I mean, you still have to, like, not make a lot of people mad. That's still, like, part and parcel of playing the game. But other than that, you're kind of unstoppable at the start of the game. But what'll be more interesting, actually, is the late game of this, right? When the European powers have maybe sort of caught up, you know, right? Because we're going to be expanding at a very rapid pace throughout the entirety of the game here. Right, we can fabricate another claim on Samchki. Although it looks like their land is getting taken over by Imereti. Because Armenia wants their land back. Alright. Alright, we've won one siege. Let's go ahead and finish up the other one. Look at all these nice Wallachian farmlands. I think I'm going to set up my own personal estate. Once we conquer it, of course. Properly. Ooh, a gold rush. 441 ducats for 1 inflation. Wow. I'm really glad we took that gold mine, huh? How about that? What are we even going to do with all this money? I don't even know, man. Alright. So, we can eat all this land, only be at 46% overextension, spend 300 admin points, and have a tiny, tiny little coalition, maybe. The Mamluks almost care. But that's what we're gonna do. It's our land now. I would say, oh no, we're neighboring Moldavia now, but we were already doing that, so... Of our goal of 3,000, we're already at 500. I believe we started with just under 300, so kind of on a fast track here. There are going to be a lot of Wallachian separatists, though, and they're not going to be particularly happy about the fact that we just annexed so much of their land at the same time, but It's just the way it goes. We'll go ahead and pick up a Diplotech 6. Anyway, that was a good war, and I think it's a good place to stop this episode as well. So, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for additional episodes in the near future. This has been darkfireslide. If you feel like supporting me, please, in the description, check out my Patreon link. And that's all. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you on the next one.